Hi, and thanks for checking out this video. My name is Mike Duberstein, and I'm a solutions architect with SWK Technology. Today, I'm going to be showing you the construction edition of Acumatica. Now, I've worked in the construction industry for a number of years before I came on with SWK, and worked with a number of different ERPs as well. And so I'm going to show you what is my favorite ERP, which is Acumatica for construction. And I'll show you a couple of key features that really help separate Acumatica from the pack. Now, I'm not going to be able to get to everything that Acumatica can offer. I'll just kind of keep it pretty high level and show specifically a few features that really sizzle. But there's a lot more to this program, and that can really help make your business run more efficiently and can help you catch red flags and do really in-depth job costing. And if you're interested in seeing a more in-detail demo that's tailored for you specifically, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information will be at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into Acumatica. Now, before I talk about the dashboard, which is where I've started the demo, you'll notice that I have the colors and a logo specifically tailored for my construction company, Duberstein Construction, which was established a mere 8 days ago. We're not doing great yet, but we're going to get there. Slogan, just do it. But anyways, the reason I bring that to your attention is the fact that you can really tailor Acumatica so that it fits your business and even down to the way it looks. So the way you use Acumatica may be drastically different than another user, but it'll work just as well for you as it will work for them. And this is the colors and the logo just kind of hint at that. Also have the ability to have multi-locations, multi-branches, and if you have a need for it, intercompany accounting. So where we've landed here is a project dashboard. And I've started here for a couple of reasons. This shows one way that a dashboard is utilized, which is a lot of inquiries, and you get a basic overview of a bunch of different projects that's showing our revised contract and our revised estimate. But one thing that's great about this is that you have the ability to embed job site cameras into your dashboard. So if you wanted to have it monitor a specific project, let's just go ahead and pull one up. Now I can filter by project. We're going to pull up that job site for 102 Hotel, and it's going to change the camera, and it's also going to bring us to specifically look at what's going on here just for those numbers. So you can use this filter ability within dashboards on any different module. It's not just for construction. Along those lines, you also have the ability to set up these dashboards in whatever way that you want. Acumatica doesn't design the dashboards and say, here's what we think will be helpful for you. Really, our consultants will work with you to train you on how to set up your own dashboards, or we'll set the dashboards up for you in a way such that you find the information that you want, and you have the dashboards that are utilizing, and you're utilizing them in a way that's really pertinent to your own business. So this is much more of a high-level project-based one. Let's hop over to the project manager, and I've done this for a particular reason, and that's because this is a little bit more of a task-driven dashboard. The other one, much more of an overview. This one shows us how many tasks we have that are late, and you can see that that's red. That means that it's bad. We have thresholds we can set. Green is good. You could, if you want to use other colors than that, can easily do that as well. You'll notice the sad face here. Weather.com. I need a license in order to be able to show this, but Acumatica has integrations with a couple of different weather services, including AccuWeather and Weather.com, that will show you down to the street level what the weather is supposed to be like on your job site on a given day. The other thing that is really helpful, beyond just being able to manage tasks within your dashboards, is the ability to look at trends. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. You can analyze your data. You can use pie charts and bar charts. This one is just a trend line. And what this is doing is it's having us look at the project issues, and it's in a very visual way telling us if there's anything out of the ordinary. And we can see that there absolutely is in July something out of the ordinary. Now, I'm going to click into this, but I want to make note that all of the actual hyperlinks here, all of the KPIs, we can click into that. It'll bring us into a screen that's going to drill down. So we're going to do that here with 103 Restaurant and take a look at the 5 issues and see if we can identify anything in common between those 5 issues. So as this loads, you will see here that it pulled only project issues related to this project, and we've immediately identified a trend here. Looks like there's a new hire, Bartholomew, who backed a van through the drywall on his first day. And beyond that, a couple other issues, including the fact that he's doing such a poor job that it's just becoming an issue that he came into work. So in this case, it's pretty easy to identify what the theme is here, and Acumatica has helped us to do that. And so what we're probably going to do here at Duberstein Construction is, rather than fire him, we're going to bring him into the office and give him a shot as an administrator, because that's just how we do things. So that would be a good example of how Acumatica can help with the help identify issues and help you drill down from a high level into understanding what it is that's making up those issues. And from here, we're going to hop on into the project record, so I can show you how you can do that on the fly as well. I'm using Universal Search to pull up the projects. It's kind of like our own internal Google search, where you can put in even strings of text and it will recognize what you're searching for, recommend it, not just menu items, but also transactions, also attached files, and help articles. So we're going to hop into my favorite project, 1002 Hotel, and take a look at this. And as I was saying from the get-go of this, we're not going to be looking at every tab here. This is just intended to be a very high level to show a couple things that are really important features. And what I will say about this, from the other ERPs I worked with, a lot of the project records, this is what you get. Basically, it stops here at the summary level. You set up the project record, and then you're going to have to print PDFs that are going to look at job costing from there. With Acumatica, that's not the case. We can go ahead and do job costing from within the project record without having to print a report. And the benefit to that is that when you're printing a report, and I'm grouping by task to show it grouped by division here, when you're printing a report, all of that information is historical, and you're going to have to go in and print a different report to get detail. And if you want to get even further detail, you just have to keep on printing more and more reports. Here with Acumatica, I can see from a high level, I can look by what they're calling task, which would be division, and it's showing me actuals, it's showing me committed amounts, it's showing me potential change amounts, and it's looking at the variance and the performance. And so here I am doing job costing right from the project record, and I identify, hey, we're 180% in general requirements. That's odd. So what are we going to do? We're going to look into it. I'm going to uncheck group by task here. It's going to show me all the cost codes. And what I'm going to do is right click on this, and I'm going to go ahead and filter by the cell value. So it's only showing me the division that was over budget. And so now I can easily identify that, like, all of these were doing fine, except for this, that's 3,000%. So we know what to look into. So I'm going to go ahead and click on mobilization and click view transactions. And all of a sudden we're drilling down into figuring out what it is that's making up that overage. And we don't need to get in touch with the administrator. We don't need to print reports to do that. It looks like there's one transaction. I'm going to click in here to more detail because the description is blank. It looks like someone tried to sneak something through here. And as we pull this up, we will see that it looks like someone bought a new yacht and tried to code that to mobilization. And I don't think that's what our estimator meant when he put mobilization in the estimate. So a little bit of a goofy example there, but the point remains that you can use this to drill down to immediately get to the bottom of things, and this is a really helpful tool. You can not just you can change this to be any type of cost code. You can make it inventory IDs if you keep inventory, and you could have it be filtered by employee that's associated as well. So lots that you can do to really get in-depth job costing right from the project record. You can also manage your commitments right from here. You can create change orders right from here. I'm not going to do any of that here today, but both purchase orders and subcontracts from here. We can do some project budget forecasting, which again, I'm not going to do today. Happy to show that in depth later at a later date. The one thing I did want to make mention of here is that we have the ability to create AIA reports right from an invoice. And what this does is it saves lots of time, because at a company I worked for before I came to SWK, what we did was had to generate these AIA reports manually. And this took a lot of time, and we were billing monthly. And so this took a lot of administrator hours. And if you are finding yourself in a similar position where you're having to create these types of documents, Acumatica is going to generate the industry standard AIA form, which will look familiar to you guys that use this, automatically based on the invoice that you create. So this is the continuation sheet, and this is something that really is a significant time saver and would have just been a dream for me as my previous at my previous role as a contract manager at a design build firm. So really, really wonderful for administrators. Last section I really want to show, and as I hop into this is a workspace. This is what houses all the different screens associated with that particular workspace, which was one of the reasons Acumatica is very easy to navigate. But I wanted to show a little bit of the project management area here. We looked at the project issues with our friend Bartholomew earlier. I'm going to take a look at drawing logs, and then we're going to look at daily field reports, then we'll call it a day. So drawing logs, this will replace a lot of and add a lot of clarity where there may have been confusion before, because a place where I worked at before, we would have drawing logs, but they were kind of just in a shared folder, and there wasn't really a way to tell what was current unless you had a really strict naming convention, and each project manager had a different preference. With this, the ambiguity is stripped away. So I have selected only current only. I'm going to unselect that, and bam, here you have your entire archive of drawings. I select current only, and within the drawing log ID, we have it selected as current, so it's going to pull to that list. We could also filter this list by project, task, or discipline. Not going to do that now, but this is something that really helps provide clarity as to what the current drawing is. As we click into it, you're going to see that it's more than just a PDF that's showing the drawing as you pull it up. You actually have the ability here to create an RFI right from the drawing log. So if you have a question for the architect, all you have to do is pull up this drawing log and then click create, and you can identify if there's a project issue, or if you want to create a new RFI right from that drawing log, you have the ability to do so. Finally, I want to look at daily field reports, because this is really where the magic happens. You have the ability to fill out, as this loads, all of these different items: RFIs, project issues, photo logs, submittals, drawing logs, and you can associate each and every one of these things with a daily field report. So you get your work done early by filling out that information, and then you create a new daily field report, which you can log time and labor activities here. But you can go ahead and associate every single one of those things to a daily field report. So that kind of gets your work done ahead of time if you're filling out any of those things. So a lot that you can do here: time and labor, as I mentioned. You can add change requests and change orders. You can log what subcontractors have been on site. You can log the weather here and say what visitors have been on site. Put expenses to a daily field report. And the last thing that I wanted to mention about this is that we have the ability to print and email these right from here. We have an integration with Outlook, so you can send emails right, whether it be a quote or a daily field report or whatever it is. You can send it to the pertinent parties right from within the system. And also, we have the ability to create these on a schedule. So any type of report or anything that you would want to send out to another party, you have the ability to have that automated, so it happens daily, weekly, however, whatever schedule you want it to be done on, you can have that accomplished. So that was our brief view of Acumatica for construction. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And as I said before, there's a lot more that Acumatica can do for you in the construction space. I'd be happy to show a really in-depth demo that touches on things that are more pertinent for you. And also bear in mind that there's many other industries that Acumatica serves. If you're a construction company that deals with fixed assets or has light manufacturing requirements or even field service, Acumatica can do all of that right out of the box. So don't hesitate to reach out. Look forward to speaking with you. Thanks.